So what's good, y'all? We are back here for another video, and you guys can see, man, the background look on that a little bit different. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys know exactly what's going on. We leveling up out here, boys. But anyways, y'all, we are here to talk about the NBA and just sports media in general, because it's crazy how these guys make the game kind of interesting, but they kind of ruin it as well. This is gonna be a really quick video. If you guys enjoy it, go ahead and smash that like button. Let's aim for 100+ likes, and comment down below who is the worst quote unquote analyst in sports television, man. For me, it might be Nick Wright. Hey, it just might be Nick. But anyways, man, let's get straight into this video. We all saw the Malice and the Palace documentary with Steven Jackson, with Jermaine O'Neal, with Reggie Miller. That honestly inspired this video because Jermaine O'Neal and most of those guys kind of spoke about how like the media in general kind of spun it to make it look like they were thugs. And I gotta admit, that's kind of what they did. I mean, no one really knew about the fan throwing the beer at Ron Artest, and no one ever talked about Jermaine O'Neal being able to actually appeal that to suspension with a jug and low-key beat those charges. Nobody talks about that. The media creates all of these narratives, and some of them are really fun. Example, Zion, the next LeBron. That's pretty fun. That's not really negative at all. But guys, let's be honest. The media has done a lot of things to be negative towards players, especially young players now. I mean, the thing is, back in the day, the sports media, of course, are always biased in some way. The last 5 to 10 years, it's literally been a clout chasing race to say who can say the most outrageous thing. And I gotta be honest, ESPN is at the top of that list. They are at the top of that list. Every single year, they rank players in some idiotic manner just to get clicks. We got Kendrick Perkins crying on national television about Kevin Durant, saying the most wild things every single year. And it's for clicks because I do not believe any of them believe it. And I think at one point, those journalists believed their stupid takes. I've not really watched these sports shows in years. I mean, Skip and Shannon is kind of entertaining a little bit because Shannon is just BSing around. This whole Skip thing, this man Skip deserves a lot of credit, positive and negative, for where sports media is now. Skip made it to where talking about sports became a real job, and Skip is very good at it. However, and the thing is, Skip is a troll. I do not believe that Skip hates LeBron. I don't think that Skip really cares about Braun. I think Skip is chasing the bag, which is kind of commendable. But this man was on television last week, bro, and Jenny Taft was flaming his ass. He pretty much said that Mike McCarthy can't be a good coach because he's overweight. And she was on this man's dome like, here's the clip.
But criticizing his appearance, I don't know if I think that is a fair shot for Mike McCarthy. I'm going to leave it at that. Chris Broussard.
Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate that.
I don't think it is a fair shot.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's a fair shot. I said it was a personal preference, and I wouldn't want him to be my head coach.
That have not had the perfect ideal physique.
Okay.
And I'm allowed to have an opinion. Skip. I am allowed to say whatever I want to say on this show, as you do too. Chris Broussard will join us and react to Westbrook's comment, and maybe I have more to say next.
Yes.
Yeah, a few days ago, Skip was up at 2 in the morning saying, Braun, I'm training. Where you at? I saw that and I was like, bruh, I burst out laughing because it's like insane. And once again, the media can be positive and negative. Most of the stuff that like Skip says, I don't take to heart. Everyone knows that like Skip is just talking out of his. My problem is literally these journalists like Nick Wright, which people actually believe. Nick Wright to me is a dangerous analyst. Without Braun, he just does not apply context to any other matter. Nick is very manipulative. That's the best word for it. He's very biased, which is okay, but he also tries to manipulate things in a very dangerous way. I mean, he tears down a lot of players just to prop up Braun, and that's something that I do not like. Yes, we all know Shannon Sharp loves Braun. Skip hates Braun and loves Jordan, but most of the time, I don't think those guys are serious in all of their takes. I think that Shannon is fair. Chris Broussard is probably better than all of them, but Nick Wright will go on TV and say LeBron's better at this and he's better at that. He shoots better than that, and literally the margin of difference is by less than 1%. And he will stick with that. He won't apply context to anything. This man shit on Kobe for years to where literally little kids on Twitter are using Nick Wright quotes to actually prove points when they literally lack a bunch of context. People will just use irrelevant stats to prop up their favorite player and just on other legends for no reason. I'm sorry, I didn't really see that before Nick Wright. Colin, no. Skip, no. Stephen A is just loud. He don't really be saying anything either. All of those guys didn't really do this. Nick Wright is probably the only analyst who would always go out of his way. Kobe, Jordan, Kevin Durant, or anybody else just to prop up Bron. And the funny thing about it is that I don't think Bron has ever acknowledged this man, like literally ever, which makes this even more weird because Kobe died and Nick Wright said, all right guys, I'm done doing that. And then a few months later, he goes right back to actually doing it. Has just went out of the way, especially in the NBA, and just placed these insane labels on players. Remember, Trae Young, stat pattern. Karl Anthony Towns, his first 2 years, he was seen as this amazing next generation legend and all this stuff. And then the Timberwolves get massively worse, don't improve at all. And now they make it seem like Cat is just soft because of that Jimmy Butler narrative. And the thing is, we found out that Jimmy Butler practice was cap. James Harden is not a winner. Last time I checked, making the conference finals twice is really freaking good. And matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that James Harden has like one of the top 3 winning percentages out of the entire 2010s. But somehow, because he don't got a championship now, he ain't no winner. All I'm gonna say is the NBA media is nuts. They praise you for never winning a ring, but they get mad at you for joining a super team. It's inconsistent, it's biased, and honestly, this players a little bit too early. It's very, very telling because I don't know what's gonna happen as far as the next generation of these analysts. Don't tell me it's Kendrick Perkins. Nobody's watching that shit, I promise you. I really don't think people are really watching these sports shows like that. Personally, I think that YouTubers are gonna be taking over. Guys like Kenny, Rusty, Lowe, and all of those guys are probably gonna be the next generation of sports media. And that's mainly because kids are online, man. We are not trying to hear about LeBron versus Jordan every damn day. No one is trying to see that. These YouTubers have honestly changed the entire game because every single video is something new, at the bare minimum presented differently. These sports shows debate about Bron every single day. I don't think anybody really cares anymore, and to me, it's just very uninteresting. But guys, that is my little rant. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. What do you guys think about the sports media and the NBA media in general? I don't really like it, man. I don't really like it. I mean, of course, some of these guys are legends. Skip, legend. Stephen A. Smith, legend. All these guys are legends, but like, it seems like they have kind of served their like purpose. They don't really bring anything else that's really creative. At this point, it's literally only for the clicks every single day. And at some point, I don't know if this is gonna last long. Like, media has changed differently. These guys are the only ones who've kind of stayed the same. And I don't know if that's gonna fare well within the next 5 to 10 years. I have no idea. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about it. Make sure you go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see y'all boys in the next one. Peace, y'all.